Hi everyone, welcome to your Alchemy Scope. You are an embodied reflection of Source. You are thus infinitely empowered, abundant, and a co-creator with your context always. You are an alchemist. Divination works because the web of life is intelligently organized with coordinated and storied agency. Let's take a look at the stories playing out now. Hi everyone. Let's take a look at the energetic story that is encoded for this particular cycle. And to do that, we tap into the Sabian symbol that is encoded at the exact degree point of our Sun-Moon conjunction, which is our new moon point, which naturally begins the new monthly cycle. And traditionally, new moons are understood to be, they're known to be reflective of, symbolic of a seeding time. It's the time of the dark moon, and you seed anew, and then there is fruition then at the full moon. So what is seeding us now? The symbol for 19 degrees Libra, the point of our new moon, is a rabbi performing his duties. A beautiful symbol. You might find that you will, during this time frame, inherently have a desire, an impetus, a call to be more aligned with a matured, higher aspected self, to be a model of integrity, and to perhaps teach that to others, but even if it's not teaching, to become an embodied model of what it's like to be a more evolved version of yourself. So this is an interesting symbol, certainly spiritually based, but also in the teaching realm, and teaching happens through various ways. Hi Aquarius. So let's take a look at the I Ching hexagram that came forward to reflect your particular microcycle or your energy theme for the month ahead. You received number 14, affluence, a beautiful I Ching. The two trigrams that make up this particular hexagram are fire above, sky below. Supreme success has come. Like the proverbial pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, a person whose fortunes have turned for the better shines brightly. At the core of this success lies unselfishness and modesty, for it is the tendency of a flexible or yielding nature to bind powerful forces to it, particularly when prosperity begins to manifest. When power is wielded with grace and dignity, there is success and great abundance. But be careful. Along with any accumulation of wealth or influence may come an increase of pride and arrogance. Fight this tendency if you want to continue prospering. Stay attentive enough to manage your affairs well. And remember that while prosperity of any kind certainly beats the alternative, it is one of the many elements of a satisfying life. True prosperity always furthers the collective good. Aquarius, welcome to your November spreads. So a reminder that this runs new moon to new moon. So this was our October 12th Libra new moon to our Scorpio new moon happening in the middle of November. So again, this month I'm using my custom deck, 144 card that I use for myself, that I've made for myself. It has my own symbols and my own language with spirit. So I've already shuffled because it's a big job to do it. And like we always do, I'm going to pull Doreen Virtue Ascended Master that is most wanting to come forward for you this month. And then we're going to do something a little bit different with the Carolyn Miss Archetype cards. Okay? So let's go ahead and pull our spread and see what's coming up here. Okay. Wow. Okay. So Aquarius, let me just start by saying this. So when I'm shuffling, when I do the session for the signs, what I'm asking for is what is likely, what situation, event, or circumstance is likely to be coming forward for at least the majority of Aquarius-centric people at this time during this cycle. So let's take a look. So this spread is called a synchronic spread. There's 5 sectors to it. The reversals actually are not traditional reversals. So now that we know how many cards are in the section, I'm going to go ahead and turn them over. It basically just provides additional information for the section. So essentially, what looks to be coming forward for a lot of you out there has to do with discernment with regard to your happiness. And what I'm getting, because the work card popped out during the shuffling, and this has to do with a balancing for you between home and work. So, and it's also about rest and relaxation and joy. But again, the work card popped out during the shuffling. So this is about discernment. You are in a phase during the course of this month, Aquarius, discerning where you put your energy, how much energy you put toward work and toward home. And you're seeing this current cycle as a lesson. You know it is. It's almost like your goals are coming up for question. So it could be, for example, your work goals. Or maybe they've been a driving factor for you due to money, for example. But there's something coming up at home. Now it could be, for example, if you have a spouse, that the spouse is bringing up some negativity about, let's say, an imbalance, too much time spent at work. And questioning perhaps even your intentions about your goals. Mission of the soul is also smaller goals or bigger goals. The mission of the soul card refers to the biggest aspect of where we really want to go, you know, in our life path. But in these spreads, they also refer to, you know, smaller goals as well. You're going to be in a space, though, of recognizing the benefit of resting, relaxing, not taking things so seriously or doing things too hard, going so full force. It might be that you really do desire rest, whether or not anybody in the house is pressuring you to do so. It could very well be that you yourself are in a space of really discerning, wait a minute, what am I doing? Am I working way too much? I mean, what is it? What is success to me? Maybe some of you out there are questioning, what is success? Is my work and the amount of money that I bring in my success? Is that the measure? Or am I needing to rest more? And is that really what I'm needing for full success? Is that really giving me the joy that feeds me most right now? So some of you out there are going to be in this space of discerning where you put your energy and how much energy you put into it and whether it's worth it or not. You know, you're going to have awareness to the fact that it is a lesson. It is a growth edge. It is something that is asking to be reviewed. You know, a lot of people are workaholics and they do work too much. Let me see if there's anything else that wants to come through here. I think really, I mean, what I'm getting, Aquarius, is that you're going to really be looking at your own intentions. You know, what it might be, for example, that what you thought you wanted really is no longer what you want. Or the goals that you had, the goals that used to be your intentions just don't vibe with you anymore. It might be that your drive is changing. what the drivers were. For example, if money used to be the strongest driver for you as a measure of success, it might very well be, Aquarius, that is starting to shift, or maybe that's gone through a shift recently, because we've all gone through some shifts recently. Maybe that for you was the biggest shift, and now during this cycle, you're in this state of, really looking at it. Really looking at it. So what is success to me? Is really the measure of success how relaxed and at ease I am, how easy I can make life, how easy life can be. Maybe that is the intention shift that's starting to go on for some of you out there. Very interesting, that. So let's go ahead and take a look at the other cards. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the Carolyn Miss Archetype cards, and a beautiful deck. And if you've tuned in before, you know that this is like this is what wants to be matured at this time frame. So what I'm going to do, Aquarius, is I'm going to lay out 3 cards, and I'd like you to intuitively zone in on one of those. And that will be your specific growth edge, your specific quality set that's asking to be evolved within you this month, matured within you this month. So let's see what we have here for Aquarius. I think that's it. Okay, so Aquarius, there's card 1. So Aquarius, I think you can see this on camera. So what I do with these cards and with the majority of my cards, although all the decks are different, they have their own characteristics and personality. But what I do is I let the deck, depending on the deck, but in the majority of cases, I let the deck break. I let it naturally break. I let nature break it. So, yeah, that's what I typically do. If they don't fly out of the deck, or if they don't flip out of the deck, I let it break. And, yeah, that's my system. But it's different. Like I said, it's different for each of the decks. Sometimes the cards don't allow for a natural, clear break. So then there's other methods to tune in and let that happen. So this wanted to pop out for you. Okay, so this is El Moria, clear and shield your energy. So this is the Ascended Master guidance for Aquarius this month. Clear and shield your energy. This is about clearing your own space, your own home, your own workspace, your own environment too, like your own physical environment, your bedroom, your own self too. But it's important for you to do that now. And it's interesting, if you do have this discernment process going on to clear out, just to clear the energy from any particular environment, whether it be home or office or both, certainly is going to help you with your discernment process that's at hand. So that's gorgeous. So let's tune in. So if you picked the far left card, Aquarius. So artist just came up for another sign. Beautiful. So if you pick the far left card, artist is your quality set that's wanting to be evolved. So this is moving from a less evolved space of using talent as an excuse to mistreat others, posing as a starving artist to elicit pity, to expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the 5 senses inspiring others to see life symbolically. Beautiful. So if you pick this card, there is an artistic self that is wanting to emerge. So if you pick the center card, Aquarius, Miser is coming up. Midas as well, but Midas, Miser. The lower frequency manifestation is hoarding money and emotions, obsessive fear of losing your wealth. Now keep in mind the intentions, the discernment between work and home, and the intentions of your goals is coming up for review. It very well could be, especially if you pick the center card, that it's about fear of losing wealth. So it could be that you're starting to revalue rest and spiritual connection as valuable, right? So the evolved manifestation is entrepreneurial or creative ability, again, creative ability, to turn anything to gold. Delight in sharing life's riches. This feels very juicy. For those of you who selected this card, again, like the artist card, this is about tapping into a creative aspect of yourself and sharing it. So it's less miserly, it's more giving, it's less hoarding and gripping and grasping. So let's see what this one is. So this one, prostitute, hardly ever comes up. So let me read it. The lower frequency manifestation is places material considerations and security above self-empowerment. Again, referring back to the spread, very interesting. The evolved manifestation, what wants to be matured, accentuates the challenge of surviving without negotiating the power of your spirit. Dear Aquarius, for some of you out there, you really are having questioning emerge with regards to your work, where you place your energy, how much valuable self energy are you going to put out on something that you don't care about? All of these cards are referring to letting go of the material considerations, at least to the point where it's imbalanced, and letting in creative flow, energy, and empowerment. That, you're not, again, accentuates the challenge of surviving without negotiating the power of your spirit. So for some of you out there with jobs, for example, that you're really questioning, you don't want to give up the money, for example, in order to follow your dream. So if some of you out there are having that consideration going on, you are in a discernment phase, and you are to discern, because it does come with a price. Money isn't everything. It's important and it's part of the whole, but so is your spirit, so is your creative essence. So is the fact that you can turn anything into gold. This is powerful. Aquarius, wonderful. So let's see what else we have for you this month. Aquarius. So let's move on to the final component of your alchemy scope this month. Here we come to the Dakini Goddess. And as I do every month, this final component is intended to bring up the embodiment. Who are you to become this month? What quality set are you to become in order to ride this month with least effort and with maximal flow? You received number 57, Bionica. And again, this is from Penny Slinger's 64 Dakini Oracle. Fashioned from the materials of the earth, she becomes a new form of matter, transmuted through the power of consciousness. Now, Aquarius, I'm doing it a little bit different this month in that I'm only going to be reading the Dakini transmission to you, because this does offer the crux of the qualities of the goddess for you to embody. If you would like to dive deeper, however, Penny Slinger has written up a beautiful PDF document with loads of information, and that is located in my online library, and the link to that is below this video. The Dakini transmission for Bionica is this: designed to calculate, hard as steel. I am man-made, but I can feel. My receptors are open. I want to know more, not information. I want to explore what it feels like to touch, to experience feeling. I'm incomplete. Heart is my healing. This is about you connecting at a deeper level, Aquarius. This is about you accessing a warmth that is within. Bionica is inherently cold because she's half machine. So I'm going to read this to you again. Really drink this in. Designed to calculate, hard as steel. I am man-made, but I can feel. My receptors are open. I want to know more, not information. I want to explore what it feels like to touch, to experience feeling. I'm incomplete. Heart is my healing. Aquarius, I'm wishing you a beautiful month ahead, and I will talk to you again next month. Sending love.